And I'm muted. Perfect. Oh. Hello? Okay. Alright, I think we're good. I was having some really bad, like, reverb or something there for a second. So, not sure what was up with that. I think you should be able to hear me now, though. I should be good. I muted my speakers. So maybe it has something to do. Maybe some noise was coming on my speakers without realizing it and echoing around. Was it the opening song, Mr. T? This is the same song, but the opening song, I'd have to check. Again, one of those things, remind me after the stream or else I will forget. So I gotta dig in my folders and see where it was. Alright. Anyways, let me make a quick adjustment here real quick, because I've got Quest 64 music blaring in my ears. Alright, cool. Well, everything seems fine and good. I need to check the Twitch chat, because someone told me last time the Twitch chat was broken. So I probably need to regularly check in to make sure that it's not, because before stream it was fine. But during the stream, we will see. So let me just poke real quick. Poke, okay, I look like I'm there. I'll try to remember to check that periodically to see if there's anything wrong with me, but maybe it was just like some kind of integration with, what's it called? What's it called? Restream that was having problems last week, so. Hey! Guess what? It's time for Quest 64. How you doing, Mr. T? Been playing any games this week? Hey, Alex, how's it going? You got to avoid the audio nightmare at the beginning there, where all the audio was like reverberating back through my microphone. It's not one of my streams unless there's audio issues. So I think we should be fine though. Let me just double check. Am I spiking the mic a little bit again? Let me just check that real quick here. I wish sound stuff wasn't such a pain. I really should probably test it before I start streaming every week. Especially if it's gonna be this much of a problem. I'm gonna bump the microphone down a little bit and see if that helps. Maybe something like this. I think that might be good. Let me... Blah, 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 blah. I think we're okay. Okay. If audio sounds weird at all, let me know. Because I'm not listening to myself after a particular period of time. I know some people will like monitor their own like speaking voice while they're streaming. I do not know how they do that. That is beyond me of how that is possible. Oops, I moved my background there. You got to see the frills. There's frills on the edge of this background. You guys just don't get to see it normally. All right. Hopefully internet holds up this week too. Oh, happy birthday. Happy first gray hair. What is like the common age for gray hair? I don't really know much about it. My dad said he didn't get a gray hair till he was about, I think it was like 49, but at the same time, my dad didn't really like have hair. Doesn't really have hair. So I think it's mainly didn't show up in like his beard until he got older. And I don't know if like head gray hair and beard gray hair grow at the same rate. I did not get very like much further last time than what it cut off. I think it cut off like right here. Basically I just came over here and got in a fight and then I realized everything disconnected, so cool fun times. Oh, I went and collected the spirits over here too, just because we were already here. She's like, I'll just go grab them. You guys don't need to go see me collect a bunch of spirits as well, so. I'm hoping we can finish this tonight. Oh, I need to tweet out. Oops. Let's do that. I'm hoping we can finish this tonight. I would really like to move on from Quest 64 at this point. I do enjoy Quest 64. I think it definitely... I don't know how it is today, to be honest with you. But I do feel like at least back when people, you know, were more... I'd say probably like maybe like 5-10 years ago, I feel like people were a little hard on this game. But I think overall it's fine. I think it's worth playing if you got a 64 and you want to play some 64 games. You're like, hey, what about RPGs on the 64, huh? I think this is a reasonable RPG to play. Where's my tweet? There it is, okay. And then let me post in the Discord. And then we'll post in the other place that I post my thing to. And then life goes on, and we just keep playing this video game. Blam. Only 32? Well, I will say that, like, I honestly don't think personally, I don't think gray hairs look bad, so I'm up for all that gray hair. I think it is fine. I actually kind of like gray hair, but, you know. My, uncle had some, I forget if it was like a birthmark on the back of his head or something, and it basically caused him to get like a white patch to come out of the back of his scalp when his hair grew out. And so, you know, like we were growing up when, like, you know, Final Fantasy VII and Symphony of the Night was the thing, and so he was always like, oh yeah, it's my little bit of Sephiroth, or his little bit of Alucard in him. Although I think it was probably more likely Alucard, because he was a big Castlevania fan, not so much Final Fantasy, I don't think. So my Gaia Online character had very long white gray hair, very important, and like a dark tunic that was like tattered at the end. They're not tunics, it's like a suit. Video games are, yeah. I was 10 years old, so. Where is this place? It's like a weird, like, castle town or something. Alright. Let me just poke the Twitch chat again here real quick, just to make sure everything's good there. Okay. Like I said earlier, you're gonna see occasional Twitch pops in there. Did you get anything exciting or do anything exciting for your birthday, Mr. T? Not that you can really go out and do too much yet still. I think it is one of those things where, like... Oh, hey, you. It's one of those things where, like, you can be vaccinated, but like there's still not a lot that you can go out and do. That, and like now that there's mutations and stuff, there's other things you gotta worry about with that too, so. Yeah, balding is a very age-specific thing and gene-specific thing, so. I am, my hair is definitely thinning, so. Although I don't know if it's, my hair is thinning from, like, male pattern baldness, or more of just our family has skin issues, and unfortunately my scalp has skin issues, so I have to, if I want to properly take care of it, I need to use like $100 and something shampoo, which is very expensive, so I don't always do a great job taking care of it. Sometimes I just like settle for something I get out of a medicated store-bought shampoo. So, but yeah, I have the exact same hair my dad did, so I am 100% expecting the baldness to come for me. Someday will come for us all, alright? Like, no matter who you are, you'll get there. Man, some of these buildings you can't open. Have there been buildings in the game earlier that we can't open? I can't remember if there's been any, like, locked doors I feel like maybe in the water town there's like some locked doors there, so. I got a birthday coming up soon. Don't know what the plan is with that. I'm definitely not going to be buying myself a gift because, wallet has not been, I have asked for many birthday gifts for my wallet recently, so. And that pile on my desk has only gotten bigger because, I don't know if they want me to mention their name or anything, but somebody sent me, some free game stuff to check out, so I was like, oh, cool, thank you very much. Thankfully, it is stuff that like is relevant to something I want to do for the website, so it is something that will be used probably, rather than something that will anguish on my shelf for a long time. Let me open up real chat so I can better see what you guys are saying. I always like sit there and stare at the stream chat, and that is not a good way for me to read what you guys are doing. I'm sorry about that, Mr. T. There was I was following someone on Twitter who had a really oh dang it, I pressed the Z button. Really rough birthday as well. Sometimes it happens. Oh, Indian food. That's good. I had my parents forget my birthday once. That was cool. I was I think I was 25, I think. No, I think my dad, because my dad was across the country from me at that time. No, it wasn't 25, it was before that. I need to heal. But he was 24. My dad called me, I'm pretty sure, but then my mom just like completely forgot, and we basically, I don't know, I wasn't like sitting there just not saying anything to be like, I'm gonna wait to see if she figures it out, right? Just like, I'm not really the person to say anything about that kind of stuff, and my birthday every year is basically the same thing unless somebody forces me to do something. It's just me, you know, treating it like a normal day. I used to work most of my birthdays at work, and my manager used to always get mad at me at the time. Yeah, my mom didn't notice it, and then like a week later, she was like, "Was your birthday last week?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Why didn't you say anything?" I was like, "Well, I didn't really have anything I wanted to do anyways." You know what I wanted to do? Probably just stay home and work on stuff. That is my life in a nutshell. It's like vacation time to work on projects. I'm glad they're doing better, yeah. We had a few like medical scares in my family this year, but thankfully they have all turned out well. So that's been nice. I don't think I'm aware of anybody in our family that got, well, my stepbrother got, COVID at some point. What is, oh, restriction, I thought it said resurrection. I'm like, I'm the only person in my party, what does resurrection even do? Unless it's like an auto raise or something, so. Oh yeah, my stepbrother got COVID at some point, I forgot about that. Do we want to go over here yet? I don't know if this is an extra thing or if this is like where we're supposed to be going. This seems like maybe this is a place we're supposed to be going. So maybe I should have gone in the front door. I don't know, we'll just keep going. If we miss whatever it was, then you know we missed it. The door. Is this a dungeon or something? Ah, it's a dungeon. All right, well. I guess let's get in there. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Maybe I should do eyes first. See if I can free. Oh, that was actually fairly quick. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Are you able to? I know we've talked about it before in the chat here, but like, is it fairly reasonable to get a graphics card at like any kind of level graphics card or anything? I don't know if it's just like if you just want to get like a leading top edge graphics card, if that's what put switch chat again. Switch chat looks good. Okay. I don't know if it's like only if you're trying to get like one of the latest graphics cards you can't actually get them, or if it's like just any graphics card is just like you're out of luck, man. I mean, obviously to some degree something's old enough that nobody really wants them, but wait, that avalanche was really short. What happened there? That was weird. Like ended. Both of those avalanches were short. I don't really know why. That's strange. Is this something to do with this area? Alright. Weird. Oh yeah, they are possible to get, yeah. Yeah, pre-built PC seemed like maybe the way to go. I would also really like to build my own PC, but it just seems like in recent years it's not realistic given the availability of things. I do seem to recall a couple years ago people just saying, hey, just buy a pre-built PC. It makes the most sense money-wise, and you can actually get components rather than people just scraping up all the cards as soon as they show up. I forgot about Alienware. I did not know they were still in the PC building business. That's interesting. When I think of Alienwares, I think of very big laptops. I seem to recall they had like a line of laptops that were like humongous and crazy. Kind of curious what that market looks like now. Like how many people are buying like gaming laptops? I don't really know what the laptop market in general looks like, to be honest with you. Ooh. I'll try Avalanche, but I don't know. It's just like not doing as many boulders as before for some reason. I'm just like, maybe I should just smack away. I should use ice, if anything. Unless it like does no damage. Man, they do not have a lot of health at all. That was 2 hits. I used to have a pavilion, I think, but it was like, I think like a workstation kind of thing. When my grandfather passed away, my uncle was trying to figure out what to do with his PC, and at the time, my laptop was overheating really bad because the fan on the inside got just over time accumulated a bunch of dust and stuff, and opening up a laptop to clean up the fan is kind of a pain. So it took me a while to actually get around to doing that, so I used that for a while, and then eventually I did clean up the laptop a bit. I opened it up, and that was probably my first time really opening up a PC, which probably was not the best way, but at the same time, like, the laptop was somewhat useless at that point, and I wasn't willing to like pay to repair it because it wasn't something I was actively using. So I was like, well, it'll be a fun project to see if it works out, and it worked out all right, thankfully. Oh, you're using an Alienware laptop right now. Okay. Yeah, 6 years is great. I've used my PC right now for I think about, we're getting close to 5 years, so. But I got my PC from a friend, well, my brother-in-law's friend who worked at like a PC building company, basically, or I think he had his own company is what it was. So like basically you would get parts for you know, cheaper prices because he was able to, you know, get the parts directly rather than have to pay retail price. So I was able to get a decent deal, but it was like it's kind of a mix of stuff. Because he would pre-build the PC out, and it would have like some older stuff in it. My processor, I know, is ancient, basically. Hey Zero, it's going well. How you doing? How is your comrades grinding going? Are you grinding out some behemoth horns? Right now? You could be doing that right now. You could be getting fit and buff. Get that katana fit and buff. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna try to get myself carried in Final Fantasy 15 comrades this weekend. Because, I don't know, I really want to like 15 comrades, but just looking at that end game, I'm just like, ugh. I hope this is towards the end. I believe we probably have, if not this stream, one more stream after this. We probably could have beaten it this time if last week we didn't disconnect halfway through. I'm not seeing any kind of network issues right now, so I think we're probably fine, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure what's left, to be honest. My assumption is that this dungeon, I should not die. That'd be good. That'd be a great way to save time. This dungeon is, there we go. This dungeon, I think, is probably kind of the end of all the, like, go collect the orbs, and then I think we're gonna go and then do another dungeon, which will be, like, the end of the game, basically. I believe. I don't know for sure. So, I will say you did not miss much. I do enjoy this game. I think it's a fun game for sure. I like the combat system a lot. I think it could have definitely been executed better, but I mean, this game, if you just look at the development history of it, it very clearly went through some stuff during development, so... Come on, come on. No! Ow! Please, die. Oh my god, please. I'm gonna smack you with the stick. This knight is just like evading everything. Ah! Maybe just throw a rock at him? Take that. Ah, there we go. Yeah, this game's fun. I don't really... I would not ever say to anybody, yes, you must play Quest 64, but I think if you're like, hey, I want to play some cool 64 games, it's like, well, Quest 64 is an interesting game. But yeah, if you're looking... I think this game feels more like a 16-bit RPG to me than a modern one, and definitely a compromised one at that, for sure. You know... You're expecting this to be the Final Fantasy of the Nintendo 64. It is definitely not that. But it's got some good ideas going on here. Got a nice presentation, I think. There's some things that aren't, like, really well done in terms of, like, visual communication to the player. Like, last time when we were, like, walking all over those cracks to get, like, to the next area. Oh, dang it. I mean, it didn't really make a lot of sense, like, visually, how walking over those cracks worked. So. No? No freeze? No. Oh, he's got agility up. Ouchie. I don't know if I can outpace his damage. Okay, he did agility up. Okay. Come on. Ugh. Alright. We probably gotta walk out of here. Oh, this is gonna be close, actually. I'll be okay, but if I wasn't any closer to the ring, it'd be bad. I need MP, though. Just try to get some health back for now. The big thing is that, like, I have to move to get MP back, but at the same time, that's also what triggers these boss fights to happen, or these encounters happen. I think I'll probably be able to get out of here. Can I do spirit armor? No. Defense up, please. Nope. Okay, cool. Ooh, this is a boss room. Let's walk into this corner for a little bit. Good game design is when you have to walk into the corner to bring yourself back. Trying to think of too many games. We did it in Last Rebellion, right? No, Last Remnant? No, Last Rebellion. PS3 game by NIS America. Last Rebellion, I'm pretty sure. Last Remnant is a Square Enix game. We had to run into a corner in that game for a little bit, if I recall correctly, as well. I think I like Last Rebellion better than Quest 64, overall. Alright, I just need MP now. Hey, boss. Yeah, this week I mostly keeping busy for the most part. I'm trying to remember what I did. We played more Comrades this week as the multiplayer thing. I think that's probably wrapping up at this point. And I'm still playing more It Takes Two, getting close into that game hopefully. I think we'll probably finish it up early next week for It Takes Two. There's something to be like. It Takes Two is a better game for sure, but I think there's something to be said about a way out story. Oh my gosh, and characters that I prefer. It Takes Two. I think the main characters in that game just don't have a lot going on. More or less, if you don't know the story of It Takes Two, basically it's about two parents divorcing. And their daughter is sad, so she like cries on these dolls, and then so the parents end up in the doll's body, and then they have to work together to get their bodies back. And the whole thing is like a trial of their relationship to, you know, hopefully, eventually get back together. I don't know where the story goes at this point for that. I could see it kind of going either way. But yeah, it's basically just like, hey, the story starts with the two bickering, and then eventually they kind of, you know, can be a little complimentary of each other. I haven't really seen anything flirtatious at this point, I don't feel like. And in some ways, they're just kind of both actually kind of awful people to some degree. They're not awful, but they definitely have some ideas of how to get back to the real world that does not really consider anybody else's feelings other than just the fact that they need to get back. Whoops, I didn't want to go through the door. A very small platform, so it's just a little, I don't know. The characters are not very likable, and I will always take likable characters over a good story. That is always the case for me, because I would much rather have a very generic story with a really fun and interesting cast than a very interesting story with the worst cast in the world. So. Alright, how's that MP doing? Alright, we're almost there. Little hair bob is what gives him MP back. Okay. Guilty. Alright, I guess the question is, do we want to try to avalanche this? Is avalanche still shortened for some reason? Maybe I'm misremembering, but like, man, I remember that being way longer of an animation. Maybe it's just like the slowdown that would happen with it sometimes. Ouch, okay, that's not good. It also doesn't really feel like it's connecting right now, and getting close seems real rough. Guilty. That move is definitely a lot less painful. I don't know if there's any downside to it otherwise, though, or if it's just literally... That's a hard time hitting me with it, that's for sure. Alright, let's just throw a rock, I guess. I missed, yay! I forget, how do I rotate the camera? Is it L? I think it's L. Kind of stuck right at the moment, though. There we go. I think it was stuck on the wall, maybe. 53. It's not great. Oh, I didn't want to do avalanche. Dang it. Dang muscle memory. Yeah. Come on. Alright, what do we want to do here? I'm kind of not super sure. Let's try Ice Knife. 38, that's pretty low. Really feel like Avalanche is the best thing, but like, have to be pretty close for Avalanche. I think we can keep our distance, actually. Oops, nope. We're gonna have to recover some MP. I feel like we've barely done anything this fight. Avalanche here. There we go. There we go. Oh boy, that's the damage I want to see. Dang it, he got close enough for the punch. Rolling water? That's a good point. Let me try that. I think we're safe to probably try it here. What was the combo for rolling water again? Double. Walking water? I didn't see the damage, unfortunately. Let me see. Let's see if we can get the camera turned around so we can actually see what we're doing. Nope. Yeah, 45 is really low. I mean, it is a good range for sure, but I think it might be worth like chilling towards the edge and just trying to avalanche him. Oof. Okay. Is this close enough? Maybe try like right here. I think that was just out of range. Maybe like this? I can't really tell with that one. Yeah, I think that's out of range still, unfortunately. And he's close enough to punch me. Dang it. Do we want to use our items? Probably. I risked it, and it wasn't worth it. Okay. Let's see here. I think Rock did probably the best damage, yeah. If we're gonna hit him once, Rock's the one to do, so. Are we too far away? I think we'll be fine. Yep, here we go. Just so slow. Let me try to get like right here, maybe. Oh, I need a heal anyways. It doesn't really seem like leveling up the rock throw does like additional damage or anything either, from what I can tell. A level 3 heal would be really nice in this game, to be honest. Alright, I hit him. HP full recovery, MP 40. I'll do MP 40 for now. Slowly go around the boss. This arena reminds me of something in Bomberman's second attack for some reason. I think we have some regular bread here, right? Yeah. Might as well burn the regular bread. Probably not going to be super useful in the future. Save myself some MP for now. Are there any items that I only have one of? Because I know if I go back to the inn, I can get it. Got some honey bread. I already used a honey bread, but I think it is time for us to consume a second honey bread. Nope, there's more honey bread there. Settling potion, we have a few of those. MP full recovery. HP 100. I'll definitely keep the settling potion. I think we have enough potions that I probably can feel good about using like the honey bread. I don't think honey bread is gonna be essential to our final climb in this game. I'm gonna try the double rock, but miss. Nice. Oh man. Oops. I need to put my shield back on. Although I didn't really see how much damage it reduced, to be honest. Got a miss, that's good. That was another miss there. So slow. I think we have more honey bread. Yeah, there we go. Missed again. About ready to just run in there and burn some settling potions on him. Oh, he got really close, actually. There. Maybe I'll... We'll see where we end up with this. I'm a little worried about the corners, because sometimes the, like the tight turn, I feel like I can't get the distance I need away from him. Okay. Put our defense back up. I wish that like JRPGs as a whole didn't always feel like the extra effects didn't really matter, because to be honest with you, in a game like this, I haven't really bothered too much with like anything other than spirit armor and weakness. And there are other things like that restrict move, but I just fully don't believe it works on any bosses in the game, just because JRPGs have taught me in the past that like any kind of enfeebling magic you have, don't worry, man, doesn't work. They never want you to use it on a boss for some reason. It's too hard to balance. Oh boy. Miss. My magic accuracy is hot trash. Alright, Probably shouldn't risk dying. I probably should use a potion, even though I don't want to. Can I throw a rock at him? Nope. Oh no, I can. I'm trying to think of any games where like I really feel like buffing and debuffing is like super useful. And I feel like in most games it's nice, but it's like very rarely something that is worth the damage like bonus. God Eater has like a really nice system. Speaking of games with like a bonus damage system, where like basically you can like buff yourself, but you can basically maintain it forever as long as you are biting a god. So you can basically take a second to just basically bite a god, and then it will go ahead and restore the buff meter you have. So as long as you're maintaining that, it's good. I mean, that's obviously like an action RPG thing, so it's like different than taking a turn, right? It's just something you do, you work into your combo essentially. But Printer, does Soul Search just show their max HP, or does it? Oh, it didn't even work. Gonna waste turns doing this. There we go. That is total HP, or does he still have 1800 HP? Because if he still has 1800 HP, that's gonna suck. Yeah, that's his total HP. Which, I mean, is still a lot. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if it's really worth the run around at the moment. Like, this is dragging out really long. Barely anything there. A corner. Don't think that's far enough, probably. This. There we go. Burn a ton of potions, but We at least have the full recovery potion still. I have no idea which way is where we came from. This is new. Okay. Yeah, I like exploiting weaknesses in game. That's always something I enjoy. It's part of the reason why I like Baten Kaitos so much, is that that game is very heavily based off exploiting weaknesses. All right. I just want MP right now. That's all I want. Winner is me. It took a while, but we got there. Oh, I was hoping to just get some MP back, but these guys are kind of in my way, so. I should use Avalanche on them. One of them. There we go. Okay. Not the final boss, unfortunately. Honey bread attained. Okay. Yeah, I actually know what the final dungeon of this game looks like, so I'm pretty sure this is not the final dungeon. Now, I don't know if this connects to the final dungeon. Like, is this the first part of the final dungeon? I don't know. I thought that was maybe going to be the end of the dungeon itself, but it seems like we're still climbing, so. Let me switch my armrests real quick. I feel like when I stream, if I have my armrests up, I like really push my shoulders up because I'm like laying them on the armrests. I feel like it's better to not do that. All right. It's too climactic, yeah. I hope we're not going backwards. I remember being in a room that looked like this, but I think we went like around the outside and not through the center here, so. Healing potion, cool. Seems like they're giving us a decent amount of stuff right now, at the very least, so. Here's drink, that's good. No level ups anymore, but honestly at this point, like I got the spells I need. That's the chest I just opened. Wait, where's the next area? Oh, I think this is it. Maybe? Or is this where I came from? I think this is new. Yeah, because there's a staircase to go up. Oh, I need to heal. It's definitely the spell to use, for sure. It's hard to tell, Mr. T. It definitely looks like I'm going backwards, but I think as long as I'm going up, I'm good. The problem with Avalanche and boss fights is like if the boss does a lot of damage up close, it's rough. It's very much a trade-off of like you're rolling the dice because he was hitting me for like 60, and like when I was doing it at a range, he's typically hitting me for like 20 to 30, but at the same time, it's like oh yeah, refund. I haven't done my taxes yet. They extended the deadline till May, but I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me, Alex. I had forgotten. I do not want to get fined for not paying my taxes. That's a good idea. That's a good thing to figure out. That's probably I should do that this weekend. It's gonna be tax weekend for me. Late tax weekend. Although I typically have to pay because I think like I don't really know how the tax balance stuff works, to be honest with you. So I more or less is just like, well, whatever happens, happens at the end of the year. Hello. Hi, Leonardo. Why, thank you. Oh, he's like an inn. Okay, awesome. Yeah, good old tax evasion. I'm taking after Yoshi. Me and Yoshi are gonna attack. I feel like the Yoshi tax evasion joke isn't really a thing anymore. I also don't really know how, like, because this is my first year being in sales, and I get commissions and stuff, and I don't really know how that affects my taxes. Like, is that taken out in advance, or is that something I should be, like, aware of? Right? So we're gonna find out. I mean, I got the money to do what I need to do, if that's the case, but, yeah. Very responsible adult. Like, it'll work out. Never go that way with freelance, though, because I know with freelance, things are crazy. I just remember hearing horror stories of all, like, new game journalists being like, I didn't know how taxes worked, and then I found out the hard way how taxes worked. So... Alright, this is a fancy looking room. Is this another boss room? Oh, there's that person there. Oh, there's a dead dude there. What does the golden amulet do? Forgot how the menu works in this game for a second. It is a weird menu in this game. Alright, more defense, that's good. Or if that overwrites the previous defense, or if it, like, all stacks. Is this my dad? Is my dad dying? I'll talk to this person first. Hello, Bart. Oh no, Shannon is evil. Maybe? What is this? Is this something? That looks important? Is it, or is this just like the continent or something? I can't tell. Alright. I guess just keep going? Like, see ya, Bart. Bart's like, Shannon's evil. I'm like, alright. It's gonna go to the top of this tower. Talk to you later. When I was in my last year of college, I got a nice chunk of money back because I was, I had paid off my final, college semester before I even got in it, which was nice. So, like, the government was just like, hey, money? Question mark? I was like, yes, money, thank you. And I took it, and then I quit my job, and then I spent a year trying to find a job and failed miserably during that process. But, you know, worked out. I'm alive today. It's another boss fight. I have to slowly walk towards him. Might as well buff myself while I do that. Or should we keep our distance, actually? Let's see, can we avalanche him from here? Nope. Alright. Ooh, that hurts. Did my defense buff wear off already? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see how bad this hurts up front. Let's heal first. Okay, it's the same thing he's gonna do back there. So let's get in there and hopefully hit him. Ooh, it hurts. And my defense buff just, like, goes away immediately. It's... No. Avalanche does not seem to be helping us here. And this is hurting really bad. That was a lot. There we go. There we go. That's the damage I want to see. I don't know if it's a bad idea to burn these potions. We might make a second save file just in case. That's not the damage I want to see. Alright, miss is good. Yeah, I'm giving up on buffing this fight. I have lost my defense buff, like, immediately, over and over and over again. Come on. Come on, hit him. Okay, how many sacred waters we got? Die. Alright. Alright. Still not what I want. Come on. I just can't, like, heal out of his attacks at all. The only reason the beam did so little damage last time was the, what's it called? Thank God. I am out of MP. I was hoping, I was like, maybe that will be the final hit. Oh gosh. You won't hurt your own throne, will ya? Please. Lands everywhere but on him. Thank God. Oh. Alright, we're definitely making a second save file just in case on that. Okay. Anything here? No? As far as I know, I only have defense barrier. I mean, I think defense is just magic barrier, so, but like it does reduce the damage by 10, but it just doesn't last, so it's just not worth it as far as I can tell. Or at least the last 4 times I casted it, it lasted 1 turn and that was it, so. Oh yeah, credit card debts definitely are rough. a rough thing to deal with. I'm very fortunate that I have never really had to deal with it outside of school debt, but I was in a very fortunate position where I could just live at home, you know, not have to really worry about payments on anything, and just focus all my money towards recovering or like paying my school off. So I was very lucky. I have some friends who are in some ridiculous debt from school. My sister had a lot of debt as well. She basically didn't get a college degree, so she had to basically work it off, doing like typical store labor. Admittedly, on the bright side, we were living in Georgia at the time, and Georgia's cost of living was very, very low, so. Right? I am a soulless puppet, made to serve my Lord Mammon. I will help Mammon destroy everything that holds that wonder of life. You cannot go forward from here. This leads to oblivion, and I will be free to start from the beginning. What? Okay. You do need to, yeah. You do need credit for sure. I definitely myself will I use my credit card regularly, so. But for like groceries and things like that, so. I don't know if there's any. I'm gonna guess there's probably some treasure chests in here. There's a thing there. Can I get down there? Okay. Oh, we have to find like doors floating in the environment? Okay, that makes sense. Magic barrier is really effective. I don't think I have it. Got spear armor. I don't see any magic barrier though. Unless there's some combination of spells I'm not aware of. I mean, spirit armor definitely defends against, or increases my defense against magic spells, because it definitely affects their damage. It's just very slight for the most part. I wonder if I can pre-buff before I get into a fight. No, I can't cast spirit armor. Never mind. No enemies in here so far, at least. It's like a 3D Uniracers track. Level 36 Earth spell? All I got is spirit armor, as far as I can tell. If I cast Earth, I get rock, weakness, spirit armor. Oh, there we go. So if we go to weakness, it gives it. Interesting. So you have to go to weakness first, then you can get magic barrier. Okay, well. We learned something new. Alright. Is this a door? It looks like one, but I don't know. Or is this one of those things where I just like walk back out where I came from? Yeah, okay. We're definitely in a new area. Okay. Let's see. There's that area there. Oh. Pale Rider. How painful is this gonna be to fight? 75 is a lot of damage. And he's got a lot of HP. I almost did 1,000 and he did not die. I will try, but... Okay. I think they have about 1k HP. I don't know. It's pretty dang close. Oh. Keep doing that. Yay, okay. Magic during the attack with avalanche. Okay, I'll give it a shot once we get there. What time is it anyways? 8:06. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is the final dungeon from what I remember of the speedrun. So I think we're in the clear of finishing this up tonight, unless like we really get stuck or something. Man, I know nobody was here for the 1,000 Arm streams. If you want to go back and look at that stream, boy. That was an adventure. Like, I ended up in a stalemate with the boss. And, like, I was basically in a position that I was unable to recover enough to really, like... deal damage to push him back. But at the same time, he couldn't do enough damage to me. So it was just like a constant back and forth of us healing ourselves... and trying to you know, take each other down, and eventually, like, I actually did finally do it. I think it's like an hour. I think we fought the boss for me, and it started loading the next part of the game, and the disk drive stopped reading, and so I couldn't. I was so upset. I was just like, oh no. And then, like, when I went offline, I, you know, played it to the point I needed to, so when I started the stream up again, we could just go right into the second part of the fight. And, like, it was way easier to do the second part of the fight once I, like... Basically, I just had a really bad start, and then, like, actually recovering from that start was a nightmare. And if I had just, like, reset the game or something, it would have been immensely easier. But, you know... Just gotta be stubborn sometimes, right? Ugh. You saw? Okay. Well, I'm glad you went back and saw that. Yeah, I don't remember if anybody was there for those streams. I think some guy from... I used to write for the Speed Gamers. I think somebody for the Speed Gamers showed up at some point. I was like, hey, guy. It's weird to think about people going back and watching those by themselves later, but that's also kind of neat. So, I was like, in my mind, that was just like me just playing a game by myself, basically. If I recall correctly, I don't want anything to do with those guys from the speedrun. It's just like they are way overpowered, if I recall correctly. So, I think we're just gonna escape from those guys. I think out in, like, spy fiction, I think... Alex, I think you told me that you, like, watch spy fiction later after the fact, so... Ugh. Or no, I think you were, like, you had to go to sleep or something, so, like, you always just, like, showed up after I was already... or the next day or something. But, man, spy fiction is a game I want to get back to. There's that second story arc we never did. I'm sure I mention it, like, every week. So, but we're not going back to it. Not anytime soon, at least. We got other things to do. We got that 3DS game to play once I actually hack my system, so we can play it. I wonder if this was, like, made this way because it was, like, easier to make the game, like, to make this dungeon this way aesthetically, or if it just is, like, a choice they made, basically. Because, you know, if the majority of your area design is a skybox, then, I'd imagine that's not going to take a lot to build out, but I don't know, it's got a unique aesthetic to it at least, so I like the background. All right, any chests or anything? Oh my god, these guys are everywhere. Leave me alone. Oh my god, it does so much damage. All right, nothing there. Anything over there? Nothing. Alright. I don't know if we have to go immediately into the fight once we go in. Hopefully not. Assuming this is the fight. Maybe not, actually. I'll fight some... Oh, actually, I don't know what these guys are. Okay, rocks. Rocks are good. I can dodge those. Avalanche doesn't do a ton of damage, but still hits him a bunch, so... Really? When it came to sleep when I was a kid, I was rebellious, unfortunately. Oh, he is fast. And soft. Okay. I need to look into it. I think Ubisoft was saying that their press conference thing that they're doing soon is like a part of E3. I'm thinking about E3 because like I remember like one time I got an exception to stay up late because of Microsoft's E3 thing or whatever. Cause they set my like bedtime really early at one point, and I was just like, that's ridiculous. I think it was like 8 o'clock. They're like, you need to be in bed, and I'm like, admittedly, they definitely had the right thing in mind in doing that. Like, I'm not blaming them. I am hurting. Yeah, throw that rock. Oh, I did rock roll on accident. Throw rocks at me instead, please. Yeah, or do that. There we go. Oh yeah, I definitely can be like unrestricted. I will just keep going. That's why I have such a hard time on the weekends, is like I just get busy doing stuff, and like basically I will just go until I'm ready to pass out, basically. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Oh, nice. That is good. Self-discipline is good. That is a helpful skill as you get older. So, I go through phases of self-discipline. Other times I just, like, go off the rails. Or, like, it'll navigate to different parts of my life where I'm irresponsible. It's stupid. I will say nighttime is, like, the only time in my life that... Well, not the only time. It's much more easier for me to work on stuff at night. I feel like I'm definitely more, like, creative at night. And, like, I can like, knock out a script pretty easily at night. Where, like, during the day, it's kind of challenging for me. I got turned around. Whoops. These guys weren't so bad. Or at least the time that I think I killed them immediately, they weren't so bad. Yeah. They seem like easy prey. Yeah, operating at 4 hours of sleep is definitely, like, especially when you're younger, it's just like, cool, easy. I have a hard time now if I don't get 6, at the very least. Did I do it? Did I do the swapperoo again? I don't think I did. I think I'm good. Okay. I just need to not hold the B button after fights. That would help me a lot. Werewolves Within. I don't know what that is. What was the last Ubisoft game I played? I don't even remember. Ubisoft? I think Twitch is good. I'm gonna assume Twitch is good, so I'm gonna close out Twitch chat. Seems like it is being fine, so. Must have just been a weird hiccup last week. Admittedly, I was having a ton of network issues last week anyway, so maybe something weird was going on there too. I can definitely exist on a short amount of sleep. And when I was in college, I will, you know, I definitely, so I worked full time and also did college full time, and I went to college in the morning to afternoon, and then I would work at night, and it was bad. It was real bad. I went like multiple days without sleeping sometimes because I'd have work, college, back to back, and it was not good. So I can definitely do it, but I could definitely do it at the very least. I don't think I'd be able to do it very well today. Although I've had some nights before where I can't get to sleep and I have to basically just push through the next day. And usually as long as I can get past like 2 to 3 p.m., I'm usually good. And unfortunately, like I usually get like a second wind probably around like 5 to 7. And then like at that point, I'm pretty much good again. Like I feel like I basically just woke up a normal time that day. But that is also like if I need to go to bed early, but if I'm like feeling wide awake, like I won't necessarily do it. A save point would be good. Alright, let's just drop a bonus save file here. Just in case. Nice seahorse wallpaper or something, I don't know. Oh, isn't there like a card game that's kind of like that? Oh yeah. Go back to the original town, but it's evil. Are any of these buildings accessible? No. I think this is where the castle is. This is it, the final battle? Alright. Hey Oscar, how's it going? Yes, we are hopefully finishing Quest 64 here in a moment. And then I'll talk about it again since last time I got cut off. I have a task for us to complete together once we have finished Quest 64. It will be helpful to have participation. It might go bad. Again, it is not very exciting or important, but I thought it might be a fun thing to try. See how that goes. Alright. Oh, you know what? I think it's by the beach, wasn't it? That's how we get to the castle. Magic barrier, magic drain, avalanche. I will try that at the start. Is anything going on the beach? I was looking at some of the pre-release footage, and there were like waves coming up on the beach in the like in a beta version of this game. Gotta remove it though. Too hard. Oh, it looks like they added waste to Solomon program. Did I go backwards? I think I went backwards. Oh no, this is really far backwards, isn't it? I thought we came out of the inn or something, right? What did we do wrong? Alright, let's get back over here. I'm gonna like this wait. Just get in that Tokadol community and like their posts. Alright. There's a staircase there, actually. How far back did it send me? Wait, am I going backwards? I don't even know what's going on right now. Earlier, there was like a thing that wouldn't let me go. Okay, this is where we got before. I remember this. That was weird. It like spat me out at like a really early area for some reason. So don't go in that door, I guess. Or if we go in it, we need to go in it a different way. Okay, yeah. So this is where it spat me out to initially, and I was like, this is wrong. And I tried to go back in the door, and it spat me back there. Quest 64 is just spitting me everywhere. Whoops. Okay. We're just gonna go for it. Don't stop for anybody. Ah, they hurt so much. And Pinhead? He hats. Okay. Alright. Try this again. So I'm pretty sure we went in here. We went through the boat or whatever, and then this spits us out in town. No, it doesn't. It spits us out on this path, which we then go into this door. We see that lady. We can save there. Which I guess we could have went back to the previous save file, actually, but... Spit 64, yeah. I'm not sure why it's called Pinhead. There's actually a lot of really nice, like, art for this game. I'm sure it's probably, like, in the Japanese strategy guide or something. Maybe. Who knows? There's definitely more art for, like, Industrial Spy Operation Espionage that's not in that strategy guide that I'm guessing they just never officially released in any way. So, but... Fortunately, US-based strategy guides seem to largely just stick with the promotional assets, where it seems like Japanese ones have more, like, concept art in them and stuff. So, it's not Dirty Dan. Alright. Let's get out of this Uniracer's track. Just gonna check the other side of the store real quick. Okay, just curious. Alright, old lady, I guess save again? We didn't really lose anything, and we... I don't know if we fought anything, but... Anything else we can do in here? I don't think so. Okay. So we came out here. So this, yeah, this is a building. So I don't know why that door just like launched us way back. So, but we're not gonna go in that door. I'm gonna try all these doors because the other door didn't work. I'm trying to think, is there anywhere else we could go in this area? Economy shipping isn't fun. What happened with your shipping? I was surprised how fast Vink's package got here. I think it was using, what's the service called? It starts with a T in Japan. And it got here in like 4 days or something crazy. We already tried this building, I'm pretty sure. I usually do airmail through Vink, so it usually takes like a good, you know, month or so. Yeah. Boat shipping seems like a nightmare. Yeah, I'm curious to see, like, I don't know. I think again, I need to look into it. I think there is like a patch that basically brings the Japanese content into the US version, or vice versa, brings the English text into the Japanese version. But I forgot to check into it. I don't think I was able to open the store earlier, was I? Yeah, I cannot. Unless maybe that area I went back to earlier was not a previous area. I mean, I could always restart and load my save, so we could go back to the previous area again, move forward, and then if we end up back where we were, then it's not a huge deal. Let's go to the beach, just to make sure. I didn't remember seeing anything on the beach, though, so... That's a ledge. Just make sure. Anything. Alright, I think we're gonna go back to that door, and then if we determine that we are exactly where we used to be, then we will restart and load up my save file. I just can't think of any other places to go here. Alright, here we go. Okay. We're just gonna go forward. I mean, this looks identical to that other area, but again, I guess wouldn't really put it past Quest 64 to have a very similar looking area. I mean, this just looks... This looks too similar even by Quest 64 standards to be a different area, so... I don't want you. Leave me alone. Go back to the door uphill and go straight forward. This looks new. Oh, this is new. Okay, that area just looks so identical. That's so weird. Okay. Are you, boss? Anything over here? The random ledge? Alright. Alright. It's upset that I know what it's like to live. Alright. It's weird that it's like a little bubble. I wonder if you can get an encounter there. This reminds me of if you ever played Final Fantasy 11, this looks like the areas that you fight the like summons at, like when you go fight Garud and stuff like that. The area looks almost identical to that. Hey, Mayman. Ha 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 ha. Give me wings. Give him the Red Bull. Alright. I would assume people have made that joke over and over again. Alright, magic barrier. I have a barrier on me. Well, definitely didn't take any damage, which seems broken. What was the other one? Drain? Where's Drain? Drain magic. Yeah, that seems really broken, actually. I'm surprised that spell exists. Oh. Literally just don't take damage. That's... I don't know how I feel about this spell, to be honest with you. Admittedly, there are like things in Skies of Arcadia that are very much like, hey, you're not going to take any damage during this thing. Doing alright damage-wise. Oh. Weakness, magic barrier. There we go. He's so big too, so Avalanche just like hits him a ton every turn. Drain magic hurts him? Ouch. Can I heal myself? Okay, I can. Man, that frame rate. Weakness, spare, badge. Like, dude, remember the combo? I think it's left, right, up is what it is. It's so hard to find spells sometimes. Just trying to look for the drain spell. It's not double. It's not that. How did I get the drain spell? Fusion. I'm not sure where the drain spell is. Maybe I was just like on the wrong path. Maybe I like put level 1 rock in first and I messed it up or something. Maybe if I do like this. Where the heck is the drain spell? Confusion. Rock shower. Water drain. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I think you can just literally Phoenix down the last boss in that game. If I recall correctly. I can't tell if it's hurting him. I think Avalanche does more damage either way, so other than just recovering MP, I think Drain is or Avalanche is better. It's basically like every other turn, just use Magic Barrier and you'll be fine. We did it. Why am I dying? Peaceful sleep. He did it. I spared Shannon. Alright, see you, Shannon. Alright. Before Brian's eyes, pieces slip further and further away. Is this just a recap of everything? Damage or provoke jealousy. Usurping brightness, the uniqueness of human life. We did it. I think that would have been hard without Magic Barrier, because he was doing a decent amount of damage. I'm not sure how I feel about Magic Barrier. I kind of am okay not knowing about it earlier, because I felt like that makes it more interesting. Because if I knew that earlier, that would basically negate, like, probably most of the damage in the game. So... And it wasn't like a particularly expensive move or anything. Yeah, time for Quest 65, for sure. What is Quest 65? What would be... I mean, there is the Game Boy Color game. You might as well call that Quest 65, right? Let's see. How many Quest 64 games are there? I know there's 2 Game Boy games. There's this one. Quest 64. I think, is that it? I feel like there was something else that was also a Quest game that I was like, oh, weird. Maybe it's just Quest Fantasy Challenge. That's probably the only one I'm thinking of. Quest Brian's Journey? Is probably Quest 65. I don't know. I wonder if it's a... It looks like it's just like a port of this game. Or not really a port, but like a reimagining of the game. Thank you, Herb G. Lee. Let's look to see who worked on Quest 64. Let's go to Moby Games. What kind of lineage we got going on here? The boss fight was a little too easy for me, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of that. I think the big thing is that it basically, I don't mind easy fights. I don't want something that breaks a mechanic of a game, right? That's a little frustrating. Okay, where'd Moby Games go? All right, Quest 64. There's a game called Quest 1 for the Apple II. Okay, credits. Let's see, games with similar people. Bassmaster Classic. It's got 17 people team this game. Grand Stream Saga. That's developed by Shade, actually. That's the Gun Pixies team. Destruction Derby 64. These are just like similar people. That sometimes with these things, like on Moby Games, it's like literally like the marketing team is the similar people between a game, which you kind of expect. So they really don't have any impact on the game. They just happen to be at the same company. So I'm not actually looking at who's doing what. Let's see, who is the designer of this game? Let's check that out. Or director, I think, is probably reasonable as well. The designer of this game, at least according to Moby Games, this is the last game he designed. It's Ichiro Hanma. And then Atsushi Osuga worked on Quest 64, Big Mountain 2000. What is Big Mountain 2000? No, it's a snowboarding game for the 64. Quest Brian's Journey, Divine Divinity, and then Kikansha Thomas, Kokugo Sansu Ego. Oh, it's a Thomas the Tank Engine game. Divine Divinity. I wonder if it's like a port, because this looks like a Western developed game. A German developed game. Interesting. Oh. The traitor wasn't posted. It's good to forgive, Alex. Forgive and forget. It's the Master of Spirits 2-way, where you basically say, let's never talk about this game ever again, is the ending of Master of Spirits 2, if you've never played that game. Admittedly, that game starts with, we're not going to help you because we have shopping to do, so I already kind of knew what to expect by the end of it all. Well, thank you, THQ. This is an okay game. I don't love it. Don't hate it. Probably gets more flack than it deserves, but it's definitely got problems. And it's, I think, a little just kind of... There's kind of not enough new happening throughout the game. I think the big thing. Like, there's never a point where, like, Quest 64 surprised me after the first couple hours. Actually, you know what? Before I get too deep into this... Alright, you guys ready? You guys ready for the thing I was talking about? I have not used this screen before, so there's a good chance everything will be broken. Hopefully it won't be. Alright. It's me. I'm big. I'm Ben. I'm the Big Ben. We have 3 tasks right now. We're going to review Quest 64 as a team here. And I want your guys' feedback, and I want your input. We're going to talk about this video game. So we got not Street Fighter 4. That was what I was testing. We'll fix that. Unfortunately, editing this is a nightmare. So let's it's gonna be a little funky. Don't worry about it. All right. Quest 64. Quest 64. You guys ready? So chat is fine right now. Good. All right. So I'm gonna guess this is gonna have my weird Street Fighter test notes on here, probably. Yeah, don't look at those. Not that I'll ever review it again, but don't look at my. All right. What was good about Quest 64? What did you guys like about Quest 64? I'm gonna go ahead and say I like the combat system, like the active combat system. That was pretty cool. It's a little slow at times, but we'll get into that later. Like good active combat. I feel like throughout the stream somebody said like aesthetically they liked how the game looked. Do we have any agreement there about the game looking nice? Interesting graphics. Let's spunk up that word a little bit. What do we want to do instead of interesting? I hate how much I use the word interesting. So let's say like we do like a 90s review. Say colorful graphics. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It's got a simplistic look to it. That's kind of nice and round, right? It's like almost so generic it's good in a lot of ways. I'll say charming. That's not a word I want to use either, but charming graphics. Good music. It looks like a PS1 game. Hi Kyle, how's it going? I could see that. Although, like, the blurry, I think it probably, I don't know, to me, Quest 64 definitely looks like a 64 game. It's like really blurry textures, right? That's kind of what Quest 64 is made of. I mean, it's just the console it's on, right? Good battle music. Yeah, you're right. It is a good battle theme. I don't have a ton of bullet points here, so depending on how these bullet points go, we will maybe consider cutting that one, but it is a good battle theme. Yeah. Charming, simplistic graphics. There we go. I gotta say, I do like the diversity of spells in this game. There's like a lot of really nice, like, there's a lot of thought put behind the spells in this game. Diverse number of spells. And I think they're like, most of them feel good to play, use overall when you're actually using them, right? I don't know how I feel about the music, but I will, this is a community review, so we will, the music. I will default to you guys. I agree about the battle theme for sure. I don't know how I feel about the music as a whole. All right. I think like one more good bullet point. I'm trying to think of what else I want to put on there. That's positive. Positive thing about this video game. I kind of like the level up system, but you're not really explained it, so I don't really know if I want to say active. I don't want to go too long. We'll leave it at that. Ambitious active combat. Active time combat. We'll see how that works out. We'll get to Avalanche here in a second. I think generally, you know, do we like Quest 64's graphics, or do we like the character design of Quest 64? I think there might be a distinguishing factor there. Like, I think the world design itself is maybe a little bland, except for the final dungeon. Oh, yeah, that is interesting. I don't know if I'd make that a positive, Mr. T. I'm on the fence about that. I appreciate what it's doing with that, for sure. I need to stop grabbing my mic. I have a bad habit of that. The leveling up is unique. I think my problem with leveling up is it doesn't do a good job of explaining it, though. It's very much, I don't know if to say it's unique. It's very much like a Saga Final Fantasy 2 kind of thing, right? But it is definitely, when you think about Nintendo RPGs, for sure, it is character design. I think I'm in agreement that it is the character design. It's like charming character design. Let's narrow that down a little bit. Charming character design. Okay. The final dungeon is good. Yeah. Designs. There we go. Okay. Envision active time combat, good music, diverse number of spells. There's something else. Let's just say, let's combine the leveling up and the shop stuff together. Let's say, how do I want to combine that? That's more like management stuff, right? So weird. Like, it's almost like they just kind of dump stuff on you in this game. It's because like they'll just give you those like armor pieces and it's just like a part of your inventory, right? THQ published it, yeah. All right. You know, let's just say some unique, some interesting inventory. Interesting inventory. I hate using the word interesting. Inventory. It's not really the inventory management system though. It is like the how you interesting. Defies RPG conventions. Unique take on. How about this? Unique take on resource management. So I'm really hesitant to give it too much of a plus for the leveling, just because I think that is actually a fairly common thing. But I think the shop stuff is definitely very unique. Because like when I think of the leveling, I think of Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 11, like Final Fantasy itself, like one of the biggest RPG series, does very similar things to that. And Saga, I think, as well. I have not played any Saga game though, so do not take that as me saying Saga, but I think I will. I think it is a unique take on a resource management, though, for sure. And like how you obtain items and things like that. Minus the fact that you just get it from chests and drops, but you know, I think that's probably fine for what we're doing. All right. I think that's good for the good for now. Let's go ahead and let's bring the bad up. Don't look at the Street Fighter notes. It's fine. I actually could probably delete these ahead of time, but it's fine. Okay, there we go. All right. The bad. I'm gonna say level design, level design is repetitive. I think we can probably pretty much safely say that. I can't spell repetitive though, apparently. No, I don't know how to spell repetitive. Repetitive. Something like that? Oh my gosh, I don't know how to spell repetitive. I'll get it. I'll figure it out. There's an I in there. That's what's the issue. There we go. Repetitive. There we go. Okay, level design is repetitive. Confusing UI slash. I'm gonna put in there unexplained systems. There are some things about this game I had to go look at a guide for to figure out. I think I'll put the let me break this off for now. I think I'll put the confusing. Let me separate UI out from the leveling system. So, let's just say poor UI, because I feel like there's a lot of things, like just the menu just being this straight line of items and there's being no mini map. I feel like the menus in general, like the map in general, is just not really updating in most areas. I get what they're going for that, but unexplained. Leveling mechanics. I have to put that one on a lower line. Unexplained leveling mechanics. Let's put that. I think, yeah, bad spell balance is definitely one. Bad spell balance. Poorly balanced spells. Do something like that. All right. Low design, repetitive, poor UI, unexplained leveling mechanics, poorly balanced spells. I'm gonna leave out the cut content thing. I definitely see where you're coming from with that, though, Mr. T. But one thing I do try to not consider with reviews is what was promised initially, and more of just what actually came out for the most part with that. Although I definitely feel you on that, though. Quest 64 is very, or not Quest 64, Castlevania, sorry, I'm smacking my desk. Castlevania 64 is very similar, where like there's a lot of stuff cut out of that game, and it's very apparent in some ways. Final Fantasy 15 as well. So like if it hurts the game, I guess it does kind of hurt the game in this case, although it's very, I think that really comes down to like level design being repetitive. Although I think we could flesh that out better than just like cut content, right? I would say like you know, lack of story, like lack of story / character development. We are running out of space there, though. We do not have much space left here for these bullet points. Is there anything I can shorten here? I lost my thing. Okay. Some of the spacing's weird, too. I'll fix that later. Unfortunately, just like the editing tool for this is not good. I just have to basically like edit a text overlay. Okay, level design repetitive, poor UI, unexplained leveling mechanics. There we go. Let me poorly balanced spells. Lack of... Would world development probably work better? It's like a shortened. Bare bones story. I'm trying to like sum up the shallow character bare bones story so we can fit it on this line. Lack of... Would characters be included in story elements? Is that like a probably good? I mean, there is dialogue in the game. It just don't really amount to much of anything. Let me get back to that slow speed, Alex. We'll put that there, but I want to talk about that. I think lack of story elements is probably fine. We'll stick with that. So the only thing I'll say about slow speed, Alex, is that the battle system can be fast, and there were some choices made there that I think helped a lot, but it depended on the enemies. Maybe like inconsistent pacing. I think that is a good statement there. All right, how are we feeling about that? I'm not going to worry about frame rate in this particular game. I'm a bit more lenient to Nintendo 64 games and their frame rates. I think we got a good set of points here. All right, are we feeling good about this? All right. So now is the final part here. So let's go ahead and navigate over. We're gonna get a change of music. Don't look at... Okay, this is actually fine. So, okay. Now we gotta give Quest 64 a score. I made it a 5-point scale. The screen's a little sloppy, but don't worry about it. But I kind of liked, with these little pictures here, like, I feel like the face is like a good a good bar for how we're feeling about Quest 64, right? I feel like using this face as a guide is like as much as I love, well, for example, as much as I love Industrial Spy Operation Espionage, it would probably land like there if we were reviewing that, because I just wasn't into that. I'm a little split on if we should do 2.5 points. I'm gonna make this arrow smaller because we have more text than I planned for. 3 out of 5 IGN. Mr. T, you have any thoughts on the score? Let me, I'm very split between 2 and 3. There are things about Quest 64 that makes me feel like this. Like, I am happy here. This Quest 64 sometimes makes me feel like this. So, yeah, don't worry about me being upside down. But I'd say most of the time I feel like this with Quest 64. Like, if I really think about the experience I had overall with the game, like, I liked some of the things about it, but, like, when I think about the actual fun I was having during the game, I can appreciate it. But yeah, so Alex, you were saying you feel good about 3, like quality average video game experience there. Mr. T says 2 stars. Yeah, this is the thing I was having trouble with Quest 64. Like, I feel like here is right, to be honest with you, but I kind of like limiting it to 2, so we make a statement. Yeah, I don't like giving Quest 64 a 2, to be honest. I'm gonna let you know that right now, but I think I feel good about giving it a 2 out of 5. Let me fix this. This is supposed to say Quest 64 review. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to give it a 2. I think it is worth playing in very specific particular cases, for sure. Yeah. All right. We feel good about this. Does anyone have any other comments? Me, Alex, and Mr. T have made a decision here, but I'm happy to hear anybody else's thoughts who are in chat right now. Give you guys a few more seconds to chime in. I know the YouTube delay is long, but we will officially verify this as a review. I don't know where these are gonna go yet, if they're gonna go on the website or what. I'll probably tweet them out at the very least at the end, but probably put like a timer on screen or something, like start a timer and be like the lock-in time to lock in, basically let people know how quickly they must type. But all right, well, I think we feel good about where we're at here with the people we have here. So I'm gonna get rid of me. Gonna get rid of let me see real quick. We can get rid of chat. Okay, it's time. Let's stamp it. Boom. Oh, the music wasn't playing. I'm sorry. There's supposed to be music at this point. Too bad. Too late. It's okay. We just reviewed in silence. We did it. Congratulations. We reviewed something. Was that something? That's something you guys would want to do again in the future? I don't know. Like, I thought it'd be kind of silly. That and like, I think enough people here are outspoken about games that like they would be happy to contribute. But The only thing is that I feel like I might need to like allow people to contribute in a way outside of just whoever's actively on stream, but it's very informal. So, but I figured we could do something like that because I don't think I'll be reviewing games from the stream very much anymore. So, thank you, Oscar. I used your thing as the basis for it. I think that was maybe that was before that, but it was like squished enough that I think if it was, the anti-aliasing wasn't done. So once we have stamped it, we have verified it, we've locked the review, and it's IGN's official review now. I'll go let Matt Casamassina know over at Apple that he needs to go and get rehired by IGN so he can put the review in. All right, cool. Well, that is Quest 64. We got like 30 minutes here. I know we talked a little bit about playing Sin and Punishment, maybe? So, you guys want to put some Sin and Punishment in, or is there something else that you guys would want to do instead in the remaining time? I generally feel good about Quest 64. I'm glad we beat it. I'm out of water. I wish I could hide the timestamps. I don't know if I can do that, because they do kind of bleed over here. And I don't know how important timestamps are, to be honest with you. I might be able to change the timestamp tips to be like 100% opacity. So, spy fiction. Yeah, I don't know about that. I would really have to think about the spy fiction thing. I'll say this. I value spy fiction probably more than I should in my memory. Like, it probably is a better in my memory than it is when I was actively playing it. Because I remember having problems with that game. But, I think I glorify it a little bit in my memory, at least. So, okay. Well, I swapped out the back of the cartridge for Sinner's Punishment, so I could just drop this in. I don't have an adapter for my 64, and I haven't cut the, like, plastic pieces out, so. Hey, man, yeah. Do a review. I want to see it. You should do it. Play the Game Boy game. I heard the Game Boy game's decent, but I haven't really looked into it. Well, throw in controllers. Alright. Got my name on the back because I brand my Sin and Punishment cart. No. I used the backing of my Blast Core cartridge, and my dad wrote our names on there when we were kids, so it has that on there. Do not write my names on my cartridge anymore. So, all right. Ooh, game audio for this seems loud.
Are these the rebels?
Is it loud?
One group of them, sir.
Is it louder than me? I guess is the question.
But the leaders are still alive. There's no time now. Join the troops intercepting the ruffians.
All right, let's see here. I actually think this cutscene at the beginning is a unique cutscene, if I recall correctly. I think if you start the game, it doesn't play this again. But I think it's actually a fairly long cutscene. All right. Let's see if I can figure out how to navigate these menus. Okay, we're gonna want to start. Let's also continue. Game level. Normal, easy. Training. Ranking. Shinsureketo? I don't know what that is. Save data. Can I just start a new game through this, or do I have to delete the data? Game start. Continue. Okay, we're just gonna do game start. Sorry, whoever was playing this game last. I'm good. I figured out what I need to do. I was talking about it on Twitter earlier, but like there was a video that Nintendo put out for this game where like the guy playing it had no idea what he was doing, and like in this game to like shoot, or like you can switch between different types of reticules. So this one's like the manual aim one that does more damage, and you can switch to this one which is like auto aim, and it does less damage basically. So like the entire time he's just pressing the reticule thing over and over again because he didn't know how to shoot. So, and eventually he just died. So, very Star Fox-ish kind of with this like hit system here.
Get bonus.
Auto target works really well on them, actually. Use the C buttons to move left and right, or at least that's what the controls are set to. I don't know if that's standard. I only ever played this on Wii Virtual Console, so.
Get bonus.
I assume breaking the trees gives you good points, yeah. Or at least it's worth doing if you can. I really like this game, though. It's got like a weird amount of voice acting. I mean, I guess there's a lot of 64 games voice acting. It's like something that I always think, like, forget about, that these games would often have a good chunk of voice acting. Because, like, when I was playing Indiana Jones, I was kind of, like, surprised by how much voice acting there was. But, like, just thinking about Star Fox and stuff like that, that has a lot of voice acting as well. One time bonus. I don't know what, like, when the hit timer stops counting, if it's only after you game over or what. I need to play the sequel at some point. I will probably play this game first before I play the sequel, though, because I barely remember this game, so outside of just really enjoying it. I didn't look up how long it was. Forgot to do that. Oh, no. It is like a really weird thing to like
Get bonus.
do so late in the 64's life. I'm kind of curious how this thing got greenlit. I wonder if this came out like a year before, if they would have launched it in America as well. Because 2000... I assume they just were just like, hey, let's just move on to the GameCube. Although GameCube was 2001, right? So there probably was the opportunity to release this. Let's see. Let me check out the release date. I picked up the sequel a little while ago for like I think $7.
Come on, we've got work to do.
You can buy it on Wii U, but I've heard 64 emulation on Wii U is trash.
Let's go.
I don't know if that's true, but that is generally what I've heard from the Ocarina of Time community, but I don't know, maybe it varies per game. Oh! Oh, shoot this. There we go.
Watch out behind us. Nice shot. Keep it up.
Oh, you don't get the hit bonus if you kill the, what's it called? Oops. Oh, no! Bad.
Take care of it, Saki.
Unfortunately, this is one of those games where it's like really hard to look at the chat at all. Oh, there's a guy to the right there, yeah. There? Okay.
Get bonus.
Saki is a man, as far as I'm aware. This is a really rad game. Like.
Ruffians here already?
I know maybe it's just the fact that it's on 64, but like I always think of just like if you love Star Fox or something, this is a great game to check out. Like just that on-rail shooter kind of thing. does... Okay. Did I say it's a normal? It seems like he died really quick. The packaging for this game is really stylish too. I mean, that is the reason I bought this. Really, was just like I was looking at the box, like, man, this is a nice looking game. And I don't have the Wii version anymore because I had to reformat my Wii. So. Oh, that's really cool. I really appreciate fan dubbing stuff. There was like some like a Link to the Past project that happened where like they basically were like, hey, what if a Link to the Past was a CD audio video game or something? It's kind of neat. And I think they had like opening cutscenes to Link to the Past and put like a dub in there. I'm getting hurt. I need to smack those rockets back at him. Can I smack these rockets back at him? I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. No. There we go. Gamers Republic had it on the cover. Interesting. Yeah, I think.
Come on, quick, into Shinjuku Station.
Hurry! The ruffian swarm has started attacking.
I don't really remember most of the characters in this game. I feel like
That should get the elevator.
there's a guy that's kind of like
they're
Rufus
on
from Final Fantasy VII, if I recall correctly.
They're probably more worried about the ruffians.
Everybody's legs are real wide in this game, though.
I'll check it out. Just keep the elevator moving.
Or rather, their posture is very wide. It's kind of strange looking. My friend told me there's like the person who did the art for this did a manga at some point as well. Oops. Not bad. Put like bombs down. I don't really know what the hit bonus does. I mean, obviously you get a score, but I don't know if like you unlock something because of it. I don't think he's close enough for me to sword swipe him. You can do that though. Running out of time though.
Get bonus.
Some health would be good. Oh. Do I want to keep shooting these guys, or they're just gonna keep coming? I think I might want to stop. Oh, there they go.
Get bonus.
Purgatory Kabuki? Interesting. Yeah, that I heard it wasn't very good either.
The transport. Iron, take the control.
Hurry, Stocky. Whoa! Hold on.
Are there, like... Admittedly, this game is like a full 3D game. Oh, it is a full 3D game, but it's like on rails, right? Like, are there any other 3D games that people like from Treasure? I don't think anybody likes the GameCube game, really. I think it's like Dragoon something. I don't think anyone likes Ice Crusher. Oh yeah, that's right, you like push them off the edge. Alright, yeah. Jumps. Probably just not moving. There's the better choice. Guess probably shouldn't have jumped over that. Oh boy, I'm getting roughed up. Get off the edge! Go down! I never really, like, this is one of those games where, like, when you jump into the story, like, obviously there's the opening cutscene, but it's so vague what's happening. It feels like you just, like, jumped into an OVA all of a sudden of some ongoing series.
He's one of the rebels.
Wario World, that's right. I need to resurface my copy of Wario
He's
World.
only human.
I forgot
Now's
Stretch
our
Panic
chance
was a
to test
thing.
The power of the blood you gave me.
Is Stretch Panic a good game, or is it more just like a neat experimental thing? Forget what you gotta do here. I feel like one of the things that spawns is something you're supposed to like hit her with. I think you slice her? Yeah, there we go. I think they translated like all the scorecards and everything in this game. And the menus in the Wii version. An acquired taste? Okay. Highly questionable content. I have not seen any Stretch Panic drama, but I'm sure it's out there.
Okay, Saki, show me what you've got.
Drown in the blood, Saki. Then he turns into like a mech or something. I don't know anything about Evangelion, but this scene always makes me think of Evangelion. I don't know if that's accurate or if I am mixing this up with something else.
Then what in the world is he? Kachua? Don't fight, Kachua. Wait for me. Can you no longer hear me?
Which is kind of good, yeah. I know, like, I was looking at, Machiko Maichin Sensei or whatever, and man, that series sure was a thing. Like, I remember looking into it in the past because of, Natsuno Rashi references a bunch of anime and games and stuff at the end of their, episodes. And, like, that show is literally just, like every 5 minutes it's just, like, trying to show you an upskirt somehow, some way. That is what it is absolutely desperately wanting to do. I'm doing great here.
Get bonus.
Alright, there we go. Hiding Kachua. Is Katra's the lady's name? Is that what this is? Oh god, I'm hurting. Oh. Oh no.
Get bonus.
Oof, that was close. Although I don't think that's the end yet. Yeah. If I recall correctly, as long as I just like strafe there, it's good. Yeah. I have very vague memories of this game. I was surprised that this game is running in 240i as far as I can tell, if I recall correctly, and I was surprised. This game looks really nice.
Doggy! We can't go near him yet.
Is that Saki?
Can
Yeah.
change him back,
Or 240p,
okay?
sorry.
Just not now.
But not
We're the only
480i.
ones left. Everyone else is dead.
See you later, Oscar. Have fun.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's probably the end of the stream in here in a minute, so I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely try not to think too much about that stuff, but I definitely understand it. I guess my feeling is that, like, I'm probably not the person to be offended.
I understand your feelings, Brad. Kachua was a good match for you, both militarily and emotionally. But I can't lose you too. Retreat. There's no hope for Japan.
There's no hope for Japan.
There's an enemy out there, a monster. I won't let it run free.
Thinking of revenge?
I lost Kachua. Now it's Achi's turn to lose something.
Katu is gone. Think of the living. Like me.
I'm curious who they hired for this. Like, did they go with people in
Duh.
Japan, or did they go with,
Kachua,
like...
the women I passed my blood to. How could they? Achi, I'm going to show the world how
If they
weak
went
your
overseas
beast
for, like,
really is.
English voice actors at all.
This is the safest spot. It's the armed volunteer ship.
Attention, attention. Our defense of Tokyo has failed.
Why did I kill everyone?
We shall remain in Japan to battle this new beast.
Beast?
Its target is a ruffian lair in Hokkaido. By eating ruffians, it will strengthen. By assimilating them, it will threaten humanity. Radan's tragedy can't be repeated. As your commander, I urge you to find the courage to engage this beast.
I'm assuming the Wii version of this runs in
So
480p.
he's their commander.
I have not watched enough Miss Machiko to say if it's something I enjoy or not, but I also am not like... I like that aesthetic of show for sure, but I think I mentioned earlier, I don't watch a lot of anime usually, unfortunately. Maybe I was talking to somebody else about that. Oh god. But I mention it all the time, sure, on stream, that I don't watch a ton of anime. Oops. That one.
Get bonus.
Oh. Huh, I wonder how you get those ones back there. Oh, ow, I didn't see that thing moving around.
I will not let you kill Leda.
Oh boy. Where's he?
Get bonus.
There we go. Is the Wii version as short as this game? Or did they kind of buffer it out a little bit? Oh god. Speaking of on-rail shooters on the Wii, the Men in Black game for the Wii actually looks pretty decent.
Get bonus.
Kind of want to check it out at some point, but you know me. Oh, wait. Oops, I rolled into that. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I don't know. Like when it comes to people mentioning Treasure a lot, like I do like these their games. I like Sin and Punishment a lot, and I like Gunstar Heroes a lot, but there's never something that like they never really. They definitely have a particular style. I will say that. They never quite like 100%. Oh, he's like dropping bombs. I didn't see that. Like I never really held them up on a pedestal, but I think a lot of other people did. I have a friend that's very into forget how this works. He was like very distraught about the whole thing about like them only really porting out ports of Ikaruga. But hey, I'm sure if Monolith Soft spent their whole life just like porting Xenoblade Chronicles, I would be like, hey man. We die. Where do we continue from? How far back do we go? Let's see. Is it just a 3? Yeah. Is that the other person's score? I think they were playing on easy, so.
Please continue.
Please continue. Let's see where it continues from. I mean, this is pretty much the end of the stream, but I'm kind of curious how the continue system works. How far back is this? Okay, this is just like right here. Okay. Oh. Anyways. Oh god, I'm dying. That's it for that. But yeah, Sin and Punishment. That's a good video game. I can confirm. Oh. Anyways, that's it for this week. Thanks for coming. He's just like, he's not gonna attack me. He's just walking up and down. Bookshop.com is the website. I don't need to figure out why the chat resets whenever I come to the screen, but I don't know who any of those are either, but I will look into them for sure. Because I'm kind of curious now. But yeah, anyway, in terms of content, if you didn't see, I put up a video about Megasuda 2096 on the website. Basically about how that game's backwards compatibility is handled by the PlayStation 2 I have. We gotta continue this next stream. I don't know if we'll continue to play this next stream. I mean, do you guys want to really continue this on next stream? How long is this game? Sin and Punishment. The problem with this is I just have I can't really look at chat for most of this game is the problem. so it's like really hard for me to keep track of what you guys are saying. How long to beat? Like 2 hours. I mean, that's definitely reasonable. I think I would like to play Odama if that's cool with you guys. that is the game that's been on my mind lately. I don't like I like this game and I enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do a whole stream dedicated to Sin and Punishment stuff. But we're not at the end, that's for sure. I think we're maybe like a fourth of the way through, if I recall correctly. Looking at how long to beat, it says 2 hours is the typical play time for people. Speed runs are an hour, it looks like. There's co-op in this game? Interesting. I wonder if it's like the Wii one where it's like the point, where like the other player can point or something like that. But yeah, how about this? Let's start with Odama next time. And we'll see how we're feeling about Odama. And then if we feel good about Odama, or if we if the gimmick gets old real quick, we can move back to this. Let's plan on that. So let's plan on Odama next week. And then if Odama gets old, we'll come back to Sin and Punishment. I do need to still hack the 3DS, so I do need a little time for that still as well. I have not done that yet, so that's something I gotta do. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Anyways, that's it for this week, though. Thanks for coming. OneControlPort.com is the website. Like I said, the Mega Suda 2096 video is up now if you want to go look at that. I'm probably going to start playing Nier this weekend. So we'll see if that turns into anything on the website. And then once I'm done with that, I'll probably switch over to doing some PCFX related stuff. I think while I'm working on the PCFX related stuff, I think I've thought of a video I could probably do without too much research ahead of time. I could probably put something together fairly easily and everything. So I think that should be fine. But yeah, I'll see if I can. I'll go ahead and post the review, community review on Twitter. I don't know if there's going to be another place that we put those or not. Well, we shall see. But for now, we'll put it up on the Twitter and it'll be there for all to see on Twitter. so yeah. Anyways, but that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for coming. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. It won't. Oh, so when I say PCFX, I mean video stuff with PCFX. So, there is PCFX stuff I could try to stream, but right now I think I'm focused on trying to get. There's a specific thing I'm trying to do with PCFX stuff right now. So I don't. It might be helpful to stream certain things, but that would be more of just me trying to figure some stuff out. It's always hard with Japanese-only games that are like text-heavy, though, to take them onto stream without really knowing, how it's gonna be. But yeah. Anyways, that's it though. Yep, you guys have a great week.